We're going to need to move the wood off the platform. Right now, everything is a mess, but sometimes you have to make the mess more messy to get to the point where things are cleaned up. And here you see the progress that we made in the first day of this shed build, where we tore the tent apart, broke the platform down to a shorter length, and we got the front wall up. The battery had died, and as it got dark, we made this little temporary shelter to throw together a bunch of stuff, try to keep it out of the rain. And we're on to day 2, and in a couple days, winter is coming. So one of the things that we couldn't show last time was we had to reinforce that front. There you saw that with the 2x4. And so now it's time to get the tool belt strapped on and to start making progress. And our goal today is to get these walls up. We'll see what happens because the daylight's getting short. Here I'm marking my stud height for the back wall. These boards are 8 feet, so I'm coming back 3 inches for the top and bottom plate, and another 2 so that the sheathing will hang over the side. I don't want to have to cut that. It's not flat. It's a little harder to know.
Yeah.
Now, I'm no expert framer, and in my limited experience, what I've found is that if I take a little bit of extra time to make sure things are square at the start, I've got a much better shot of getting things in the right place as I move along. Certainly, having good lumber helps. I'm working on the layout here of the sidewall and hoping to finish it up before I have to run my girls to dance and get a little dinner, but this one's going to be a long night. Now, we got this other wall up, we screwed it down the back wall, and then I measured and I realized that one corner is half an inch too far. So we screwed them in, we didn't nail it in, so it won't be hard to pull those screws up. But I just cut this wall here, and on these side walls, I'm only doing my spacing every 2 feet on center because this isn't really like bearing much of the weight of it. So we're 16-inch on center on the front and back. We're going to go 2 foot on center. Thought we could save a little material that way. Here's our nighttime setup. We got this really bright light running off of the generator. Our builder had left that with us. And we also have this battery powered camping light that I recently got off of Amazon. Super useful when you need to go out and change the oil or just work in a spot. The kids like to sled at night and they like a light. They can run this out there with them. Got a pretty decent battery life. I don't remember the name of the brand, but I'll put a link down in the description for you. And we needed to do this because the generator didn't have enough power to run the miter saw and the light at the same time. So we needed the extra light to be able to see what we were doing while we were making our cuts. But it's getting pretty cold. It's about 30, 31 degrees out right now. super thankful to have my son Lucas helping me with this project. I don't think he has any socks on. Those are things that you do when you're 11. So there's an 8-foot sheet, and I want it to hang 2 inches over the bottom there. So that's why I cut it so this comes down to be 2 inches less than 8 feet.
Oh, okay.
For this one, we're somewhat more. You know, that's pretty stable there. That's not moving. Now, one of the things that you can have is you can have a parallelogram. And the difference between, we want a more specific type of parallelogram, we want a rectangle. And so the way that that gets accomplished is we want 90-degree angles.
Yeah.
So if you have opposite sides that are equal to each other in length, you can have angles that are not 90 degrees. So, but if we're not a parallelogram, we can't be a rectangle.
Yeah, I guess.
When you have your kids working with you on a project, you let them dance. So it's time to make those final cuts, so we're gonna have to kill the big light and switch over to the battery light.